the new side, Lewandowski and Rafinha lining up alongside Ousmane Dembele, who has signed a new contract to stay over the course of the summer. Teenagers Gavi and Pedri provide the support for the captain, Sergio Busquets, who address the crowd from the pitch ahead of kick-off, as is tradition ahead of this fixture. Jose Sanchez Martinez is our referee. Busquets beginning a 15th season, over 600 appearances for the Blaugrana. Nicolas Ferreira of Argentina is the captain of Boomas. This is how they line up. And it is a first-choice team that they have brought. In fact, they arrived in Barcelona on Tuesday, and they've made just the one change from their last league game. That was a 1-1 draw against Monterrey a week ago. It's at left-back with the experienced Adrian Aldrete. Comes in place of Geronimo Rodriguez. Watch for Juan Dineno up front. He was the Golden Boot winner in the CONCACAF Champions League, scoring 9 times in 8 games in that. The kick-off here were presented to the crowd about 45 minutes or so ago. And now we get the action underway. A first look for the home fans at the new-look Barcelona ahead of the new season. And a chance for Boomas to impress on such a high-profile stage, representing them. Opportunities here. Lewandowski is in already. He's around the goalkeeper, and he tries to squeeze it in and manages it magnificently. It's taken less than 3 minutes for his first appearance at Camp Nou for Robert Lewandowski to come up with a wonderful goal. The new number 9 introduces himself to the Barcelona supporters in a fashion that they and he will not forget. Over 600 goals he scored in his senior career, and he has one at Camp Nou in the Barcelona shirt already. Wonderful composure here. It looked as if he was going to pull it back and try and pick out a teammate, but somehow, improbably, despite the acutest of angles, he has managed to thread it through and in. That did not take long to announce his arrival. It happened here formally on Friday, with over 50,000 fans inside Camp Nou, just to see him out on the pitch. They have a media briefing afterwards. Talked about how the glory is still to come. At the tail end of his career, it has to be said, 33 now, have afforded him a 4-year contract. It is underway, and so are Barcelona, and here he is again, this time turning provider, maybe, because it is 2 already. Wonderfully worked. Pedri on the end of that one. 4 minutes played, 2-0 Barcelona. Astonishing stuff. A goal and an assist for Lewandowski already. And Pedri follows him onto the score sheet. And his first goal of pre-season. Wonderful awareness again from Lewandowski to disguise the pass. Pedri kept his composure, kept his feet to find the finish. Just nicked it away from Julio Gonzalez. And this is some statement of intent ahead of the new season. After all the speculation of the summer, isn't it, from Barcelona? 3 goals he got in La Liga last season, Pedri. He's expected to have a huge part to play this year. They and Rafinha have switched flanks already since the very early forays forward. There is Barca's new Brazilian. Rafinha picking out Dembele, who thumps in the 3rd already. And this remarkable start continues. 3-0 inside 10 minutes, and Ousmane Dembele has his goal. But he had, in fairness, been threatening. He's their top scorer in pre-season. It's his fifth already, and a third in successive games, having scored against Juventus and the Red Bulls. In fact, he got 2 against the team from Turin in that game played in Dallas. He's very much a man in the mood at the moment. Julio Gonzalez just couldn't get down in time. Rafinha barely even looked when he played the pass. The way that Lewandowski and Rafinha have slotted into this existing structure is certainly reason for optimism for Barcelona ahead of the new campaign. The first 10 minutes of this are anything to go by. Currently part of the Painso. A major motivation for his move to Mexico. A lovely little flick again by Lewandowski, and surely it's going to be 4. It is. Pedri picks his spot once more for his second goal of the game. They keep on coming. It's another for the 19-year-old. One of Europe's rapidly rising stars, of whom so much is expected this season. And this is some statement from him as well as his team in the early stages. Another assist from Lewandowski, though, with that delicious back heel into his path. And Pedri was just so cool, wasn't he, in front of goal when the opportunity presented itself. Didn't panic, took his time, found the finish. 4-0. We've not yet reached the midway point of this first half. All the talk of the financial situation at Camp Nou, or Spotify Camp Nou as it is officially called, after the sponsorship deal that was done to bring extra funds into the coffers. Pedri is a prized asset that they would never contemplate parting with. A kid from the Canary Islands. Where comes he? Here's Piqué. De Jong has Ansu Fati ahead of him and Lewandowski. This is Kessie, and it's turned in by Aubameyang on the line. It's taken just 4 minutes of the second half for Barcelona to score their 5th goal of the game. Patient in the build-up. And Aubameyang was perfectly positioned to apply the finishing touch. Lewandowski scored within 3 minutes of the first half. Aubameyang has only been on 4 minutes, and he too has got his name on the score sheet now. One of the substitutes who provided the service in front, Kessie. Is the quickest to react. Again, Lewandowski involved in the build-up. Deserves credit for that ball to Kessie in the first place. And Aubameyang, who did score twice in the first 2 games of pre-season, including the 6-0 win at Inter Miami. So quickly onto the score sheet after his half-time introduction, but on another day Aubameyang may well have had a hat-trick by now. Did score one, of course, with his first goals for the club in just his 4th match in the 4-1 victory at Valencia in February, which really announced his arrival at the club. So many stars on show, and another chance here, another goal for Barcelona. Frenkie de Jong strikes in number 6. He's been pulling the strings for much of the second half. A player whose future has dominated the headlines and remains uncertain. But what was certain was the nature in which he took the goal. He's made it pretty clear he would like to stay here The supporters would love to see him stay, I'm sure. That situation is still to be resolved. The outcome of this game was resolved long ago, but the margin of victory increased further. And on the reflection of the contest as an entirety, you have to say it doesn't flatter the home team. They have more than merited this margin. In fact, it may well have been much more before now. Did well to win it, and then did the rest. Decisive from De Jong, who was a scorer of 3 goals in La Liga.